What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. In the past, I've made a couple of videos about whether or not your old gaming headset will be compatible with the next generation of consoles, the Xbox One and the PS4. All of the information that I use to make these videos actually came from Sony or Microsoft, whether it be a E3 press conference, a press conference that came later at a different game show, or even individual employees' Twitter, where they talked about compatibility of headsets. But it turns out both of these companies have somewhat changed their policies, especially Sony. So we'll talk about Sony first and the PlayStation 4, and then we'll talk about the Xbox One. On October 10th, Game Informer published an article claiming that Astro had contacted them and told them that at launch, the Astro A40s and A50s would not be compatible with the PlayStation 4 for chat functionality. This was surprising, I think, to Game Informer. This was surprising to anybody who read this article. And I think, actually, it was surprising to Astro because I'm pretty sure that they expected that their headsets were going to be compatible with the PlayStation 4. That's what they claimed on their own website. So they apparently had received news from Sony that there was a change to this policy. Game Informer, to their credit, went ahead and contacted Sony to get clarification on this, and Sony gave them a fairly complicated answer. It said that if you have a Sony branded headset, like a Pulse Gaming headset or the Elite edition of the Pulse Gaming headset, that it would not work for chat out of the box. That means at launch. However, it would be patched to allow those headsets to work for chat. They also said that any other headset that relies on Bluetooth for chat will not work at all. This is a bummer if you have a Bluetooth headset that's not made by Sony. They also talked about USB. If you have something that relies on USB for chat, like the Astro gaming headsets, you'll eventually be able to use those. An update will be coming in the future. So that'll probably come in the form of a system update to the PS4. But we don't have a date on that. We don't have any idea when that'll happen. This is a real bummer. Sony had previously said that all PS3 compatible headsets would work with the PS4. And to change that at this point, so close to the release date of the PS4, I think is a real mistake on Sony's part. A lot of people have bought headsets in the last 6 months or so, based on the fact that they knew that it would be compatible with the PS4. And now for Sony to change their minds or to change their policy about that, I think that sucks, man. That is like an anti-consumer policy. And that is the kind of stuff I hate to see these companies do. In fairness to Sony, if you have a headset that uses the optical cable, that digital toss-link cable, that will continue to work for game sound. So you'll still get full surround sound out of your headset like you're used to. The only thing that's not going to work is the chat functionality of your headset. So the microphone just will not input into the game. That's a bummer, you know. It will get fixed if it uses USB. It will not get fixed if it uses Bluetooth. I would have liked to see this available at launch so that we could just jump right into gaming with our headsets on the PS4 at launch. I'm disappointed by this. I can't lie. I thought that Sony really had the better options for headset compatibility on the PlayStation 4, and it really turns out that that's not the case. You're really going to be kind of in the same boat as you are with the Xbox One. Hopefully, if we get really lucky, we'll be able to use the chat cable that we've been using for our Xbox 360 controllers with the PS4 controller. But that is completely up in the air. We have no idea what the compatibility is going to be with that thing. Hopefully, it will work just fine. That's enough about Sony. Let's talk about the Xbox One. In the past, Microsoft has told us that to use an older headset, one that needed a 3.5mm jack to plug into the Xbox 360 controller, you were going to have to buy an adapter that plugs into your Xbox One adapter and then has a 3.5mm jack that your headset plugs into. This was a okay option, I guess. It's kind of kludgy to have like this extra adapter hanging off your Xbox One controller, and I had assumed that it was going to be only for older headsets. Like if you bought a brand new Turtle Beach headset that was designed just for the Xbox One, you were going to need this thing. It was going to have the correct hookup to plug directly into the Xbox One controller, and you'd be good to go right out of the box. Well, this turns out it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Microsoft's come out and said that this adapter, this headset adapter, is actually going to get delayed until early 2014. When exactly is that? It's hard to say. It could be January 2014, it could be March 2014, it could be even later than that. Early 2014 is a really wide launch window. It can basically encompass 6 months. Along with this announcement, Microsoft said that Xbox One third-party branded headsets will also be delayed till 2014 because the adapter is getting delayed. So that basically tells us that any headset is going to need that adapter to function with the Xbox One. The only headset that will work with the Xbox One controller without the adapter is that stupid little single-eared boom mic thing that the Xbox One comes packed in with. So just like the PS4, the Xbox One will allow you to use the digital optical cable coming out of the console to hear game sounds on your current headset, if your current headset allows that. If your current headset uses analog cables, you're out of luck on both consoles. Neither one of the consoles has analog outputs. With the Xbox One at launch, there is no way to use a third-party headset for game chat. You'll be able to use it for game audio, but not for chat. You will be able to use it eventually once they get a headset adapter on the market, but they have said that's going to be early 2014 and no more details are available. The PS4 is a little more complicated. You will be able to get game audio using an optical cable. Hopefully we'll be able to use something like a 3.5mm to 2.5mm adapter to plug directly into the PS4 controller and get game chat that way with our current generation headsets. If you have a Bluetooth headset that's not made by Sony, you're out of luck. If you have a Bluetooth Sony headset that's made by Sony, you're out of luck until they patch it in. And if you're using USB for game chat, you're out of luck until they patch that in. So that's going to do it for this video. I know there's a lot of information in here. I think I might make a chart and post that. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.